Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to be making packaged Hausa Koko with my amazing puff to go. I know a lot of people have tried it, but let's get into it.
Chef One's Kitchen! Chicken, I love you so much. I eat you every day, even in the...
I know if you can't get the authentic Hausa Koko, this brand is the right brand to buy. It tastes like Hausa Koko with a start which I pour my Hausa Koko powder in a pan. I know you've watched my puff video. If you haven't watched it, you can check my video on Chef One Kitchen on YouTube. You can like the video, share and subscribe if you see my puff recipe, so which I don't have to go into it. For doing as many as I want, I'm doing up to like 100 pieces of puff for my colleague, a loved one that we lost, and we were trying to show some love. So I decided to make some amazing puff with Hausa Koko to go for the loved ones that show up at the funeral house. They can have something for breakfast. I know it is sad to lose a loved one, but this is how I show my love to our loved one. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please make sure you do subscribe, like the video and comment. So which I have my pan of water on the stove, so which you have to wait for it to boil. So with our puff, after you've watched my amazing puff video, and once the puff turn into golden brown, the puff is done. Because I'm making a lot of puff, so I decided to squeeze it just a little bit. Don't make it too big, just a little bit to fit in the bowl. So with my Hausa Koko powder in the pan, which I add 2 cup or 1 cup of water, depending on how thick or how thin you want your Hausa Koko to be. So I try to use cold water. Do not use hot water to mix it. Use cold water to mix your Hausa Koko powder, and take your time. Do not rush the process. Just mix it slowly and it will melt. And once it's done, I repeat back again how I pour my puff in the hot oil. So I was repeating the same process. If you haven't watched my puff video, you can check it out on my channel and you will love it. The puff recipe is easy to go. So as I repeat the same process again into the butter, I have my puff filled the oil, and once it drops into the oil, it poof out, as you can see. Again, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do subscribe, comment and like the video. Make sure the fire is on a medium heat, and one is done golden beautiful as it look, your puff is done. Again, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do subscribe. So now I have to let our puff sit to cool. So once my water boiled, this is how it's supposed to. Turn the medium stove on heat, and again mix it, because you've already mixed it down. Just run your hand through it easily. Make sure it is also, you don't want to have a puff or a lump Hausa Koko which doesn't taste good, and this is how it's supposed to look. So you pour that into your hot water and then you stir it. Don't change the stirring process. If you're going to the right, just stir it all the way to the right till you're done. If you're going to the left, turn and stir it leftly as it's done. You don't want to change the process. That will make your puff go lump. So once I know the puff is thick, I added more water to loosen it up. Once you loosen it up, this is how your Hausa Koko looks, and it smells so amazing. It's like having a Hausa Koko back in your native land, Ghana. So I added my sugar. Don't have to add salt, but if you know you like salt, you can put a little bit pinch of salt in it. And once you stir it, this is how your Hausa Koko is supposed to look like. So once my puff is cool, I decided to put 3 pieces in a takeaway container, and I have to do as many as I can because I was trying to get as much for people, for loved one, to show our auntie that just passed away. It's not easy to lose a loved ones. I mean, you've seen them since your childhood, since you grow up, and for some reason, I don't know what the circumstance is, God knows the best, and if it was time for God to take care, God did, and we will miss her so much. I hope you like the video, and I've done like 50 boxes, and I have 50 more to go. So now that our Hausa Koko is done, I stir it. Once I let it cool down a little bit, I stir it again to loosen it up, and this is how your Hausa Koko will look. It tastes so good and it smells so good. I don't know how they like the sugar, so I didn't put too much sugar in our Hausa Koko. Make sure you do like the video, subscribe, and share the video. So I decided to portion it out once it cooled down, and I have to do, I'm telling you, I did not sleep. I mean, if you love somebody, you go above and show them love, and that is how I do showing them love. It's doing the best, or what I love to do most is to cook, to love, and show them my support. So once I portion it out, I let it sit to cool because you don't want to cover it right away. You let it cool a little bit, even though it's cool as the hot. And once I'm done, I started covering my Hausa Koko, and it smells so good. So now I have all my Hausa Koko done, and I already portioned it out. I would like to say thank you for watching my video. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do subscribe, like the video, and auntie, we will miss you so much. I will see you in my next video. Bye.